A few weeks ago, I posted an article here on LinkedIn about initial exchange offerings. I received from my network some questions which related to three main topics, so I decided to answer these questions in this video, which is my first one, so I hope you'll be good with me. Question number one, who is responsible for running AML and CTF checks on the subscribers of the IO? Is it the issuer or the exchange? Well, the answer to this question can be found in law books yet, but it's true that the exchange is the only entity in direct contact with the investors and is also the owner of the information about them. So I'd feel quite comfortable in saying that it is the exchange, the entity in charge of all compliance-related controls. Question number two, can I run an IO wherever I'm based, and can I partner with an exchange wherever it's based? The answer to this question is just a no. On a point of law, an IO could be easily considered as an ICO with only one subscriber, which is the exchange. So if you are allowed to run an ICO in your country, then you should be allowed to run an IO as well. On the contrary, if your jurisdiction doesn't permit ICOs, you should forget about an IO from there. When it comes to the identification of the exchange, the first best is to identify an exchange which is based in your same country. In this case, the regulator could supervise both you and the exchange at the same time. I understand that this isn't always possible or can be found inconvenient. So in these circumstances, I strongly recommend you to identify an exchange whose AML and CTF policies substantially comply with your own legal and regulatory framework. To identify the best jurisdictions to run an IO from, I recommend you to take a look at our blockchain compliance rank, which is published monthly on our blockchain compliance bulletin. We compare almost 180 jurisdictions to identify the best ones for DLT projects. Question number three, should I apply for a no action letter before I run an IO? This is a tough question, the hardest one I would say, and it requires the lawyer's answer, which is unfortunately yes and no. On the one hand, a no action letter on your records is of course your safest harbor. This is the yes part of the answer, but on the other hand, at least three reasons could hold you back from applying for a no action letter. Reason number one, don't apply for a no action letter if you aren't sure that your application is able to demonstrate your full and clear understanding of the legal and regulatory framework applicable to your project. A no action letter request isn't just a long shot, so you must also be sure that your request is able to anticipate the doubts or the concerns of the regulator and reassure the official in charge of your request about them. Reason number two, not all regulators are created equal when it comes to their availability or capacity to provide you with feedback in a timely fashion. Some of them could take just a few weeks, some others several months, so apply for a no action letter only if you have a realistic estimation of the time frame needed by the regulator and if this time frame fits with your business needs. Reason number three, don't apply for a no action letter if you don't have a plan B immediately available. There is always a chance that the regulator refuses to grant you a no action letter, or there is also a chance that the regulator doesn't respond to you in the time frame you expected. So in the first case, a refusal, your alternative plan could be a partial remodeling of your business so that the regulator can review its decision. In the second case, a delay in the answer, your plan B could consist of an application filed with a different regulator, meaning the regulator of a different country which you have identified at first. Well, I hope that these remarks can be of help. If you have any other questions or need clarifications, please feel free to post your comment below or contact me directly. In the meanwhile, thank you for your attention and best of luck on your project.